What's up, everybody? So today is going to be a little bit different. Today I'm going to be doing a talk through, so it's going to be a little longer than normal, but I'm doing from start to finish. So I'm going to begin with my brows. I always have the same brow routine. I've always had the same brow routine, rather. Nothing's really ever changed, but I always start off by making sure that my brows are cleaned up, and I did clean them up the other day, so I don't think I need to go into them again. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay down some of the eyeshadow primer. I always do so just to kind of get those hairs in place, and I'm going to do it with my finger. I feel it's a little easier to do it with my finger. Do so with the other. Now I'm going to take my Morphe, I believe this is a Morphe 421 brush. I'm in love with this brush. I got this brush not too long ago. I don't know where I've been. I don't understand why I didn't know about this before, but I just purchased it and I'm in love with it. I try to use it as much as I can. It's like the perfect brush. And the concealer I'm applying, of course, is my ultimate favorite. It's the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and the shade is Cool Tan. And I'm just applying that to carve out the brow to make it precise, and I'm dragging it down. Actually, I think I'm gonna apply another concealer for my eyeshadow base, only because I'm going for a very neutral look and I want my colors to pop, so I'm gonna use a lighter base so that the pigments will show much better. Oops. I'm just gonna go back in with my pencil and touch up, because I did kind of go outside the line a little bit. I'm going to use concealer as my base today, and I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Conceal in medium. It's the number 40. I'm just going to apply that on that Morphe brush and lay that all on my eyelid and bring it up a little past the crease, because that's where I'll be applying all my shadow. And there's no perfect way to do this, guys. You just lay it down and make sure that you don't have too much product, because it will crease. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender, and it is damp, and I'm just gonna add that in as such. So I've been using the Morphe 35V palette, the Stunning Vibes palette, for the last at least a week now, and it's in my last 2 videos, I believe, and I'm really loving the video. I just never did, I'm really loving the palette. But I never did a review video. I did post a picture of the palette, and of course I posted the looks, but I've never done a review. So today I'm just gonna tell you a little bit of what I think about the palette. And so far, I'm really loving it. So it has the names of each color, which I love because I hate going into a palette and not knowing the name of the color and then having to describe it to someone is so hard. So this really makes it convenient. So the first color I'm gonna go into is Spice. I'm just gonna use that as my transition. Okay, yeah, see now you see that color working. And to be honest with you guys, like the pigment on this is really, really good. It's just that when I do my shadows, I do not pick up a lot of product. I start real light and then I just build up, you know, just so that you get the look that you're really going for. It's the worst to start applying shadow and it's too dark and you can't blend it out. It just looks really bad, and the only option for you to do is wipe it off. So I do not like doing that. So that's why I just start light and work my way into what the look that I'm going for. This is in the zone. So that's what we're gonna go into, and we're gonna put that right into my crease. I'm just gonna bring that in. I'm focusing only on my crease. And I'm bringing that into the inner corner. Okay. All right, and now I'm gonna go into the black. So the black is called Little Black Book. It's so pigmented. It's a really good black. So you'll see as soon as I apply it, like it's just like bam, it's there. I'm gonna apply that in my outer V and work my way into the middle. So now that I've got that done, I'm gonna go ahead and with that same Morphe brush, and I'm gonna use the Master Conceal just to cut my crease. Okay, so I have cut my crease off camera, and now I am going to apply the shadow on my lid. Just bring some of this in to kind of soften that up. Okay, now I'm gonna go into Private Party, and I'm gonna start applying that right here. And again, I did dampen my brush, and I do see the difference. There is a difference, so I would recommend if you get this palette to make sure when you're using the pigments, the pressed pigments, that you do so with a damp brush. And then I'm just gonna go back in with my brush that I had that black on and just blend that in like that. I'm going into French Kiss, and I'm going to apply French Kiss to the rest of the lid. Oh yes, I love it. And I think I'm going to use another color. I want to go in with Shameless. So Shameless is this pretty color right here. And I'm going to use that in my inner corner. I'm going to apply that here. Okay. All right, so now onto the face. I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize my face. I'm using the what is this? The Neutrogena oil-free moisturizer. And I'm just gonna apply this everywhere. Now, some of you do know I do use milk magnesia. And I use it generally in my T-zone. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that now. So now that we've got that done, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit and start color correcting. So I always color correct. As you can see, I do have some hyperpigmentation under my eyes, and if I just put concealer on top of it, 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna get the color that I really want, or that it should be rather. So I do color correct almost every time I put on makeup. So I do so under my eyes and around my mouth and anywhere else where I see, you know, darker spots. So my foundation routine is really the same. I don't switch that up too much. I'm kind of one of those people, once I start something, I don't stop. And it just takes a lot for me to try something new. But this is what works for me, so I kind of stick with it. I think this is too dark, guys. Oh yeah, this is too dark. But what I'm gonna do is put this on and add my Fit Me. So I'm gonna mix it. Okay. My Fit Me is like my go-to. I don't know, every time I put it down, I just pick it back up again. I love it. It's like, it works for my skin. It works for me. And it's so affordable. Just go ahead and get that into the skin. Actually, it's not that bad. So this is cool. I like it. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to highlight. I'm not going for a really intense highlight. I'm going to do something more natural. So I'm going to go in with Cool Tan, the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and highlight with that. I'm going to go ahead and set my concealer, and I'm doing so with the Sacha Buttercup. setting powder. I'm also gonna set around my nose. I get a lot of creasing around my nose, and I'm gonna set around my mouth as well. So I am gonna apply just a little bit more under the eyes, and I'm gonna allow that to bake while I bronze around my face. So for bronzer, I'm using my favorite, the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. But this time I am using the light to dark palette. And I'm using this contour shade right here. And I'm just warming up my face. And I always do so on my forehead because my forehead is super huge. I forgot to set my forehead. It's not good. Okay. I do have a big forehead, so I try to make it look small. Give that illusion of it being, well, not as big. This brush I got, I think I purchased on eBay or Amazon, and it's the brand I think is Jessup, and it came in like this really nice set with like 12 pieces in it. So I'll have that link in the description box below for you guys to purchase it if you want. It was really inexpensive, I think like 12, 13. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder in dark, and I'm gonna set my entire face. And as I'm setting my face, I'm also swiping off this setting powder that I let bake for a bit. So now I am a blush girl. I love blush and I love lipstick. So I am going in with some blush, and I'm going in with my MAC blush, and the color is Format. Sorry for all the noise. And I am using the same brush that I used to bronze my face up with. I'm using that for my blush as well. I did apply my lashes off camera. I was having a really hard time with them, but they are on, and I'm going to continue on with the rest of my face. So now that we've kind of done everything, I'm going to go ahead and apply my highlighter. So normally my go-to is Gold Deposit by MAC. This is what I'm going to use, but I'm also going to top it with Black Radiance Flawless. That just brings it to life. This highlighter actually is nice by itself, but it's a little lighter than what I'm going for today, so that's why I just wanted to pair it with the Gold Deposit to give it that perfect highlight that I'm looking for. I was gonna do just a red lip, but being that it's fall, I kind of want to vamp it out a little bit. I know I did say in the beginning that I was going for a more natural look, that didn't happen. So I just want to go all the way with it, and I'm gonna do like a nice vamp red. Normally I use MAC Night Moth lip pencil, but I don't have anymore. So I'm going to use the Jordana Easy Liner in Eggplant. It's like identical, so it'll work perfectly. And the lipstick that I'm going to be using is by Milani, and it's called Matte Kiss. And we're going to use this NK Makeup Auto Liner, and the color that I'm using is Plum. So that's close enough. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to set our face. This is, I'm loving this stuff. I bought this from TJ Maxx, and I believe it was like $8, but it's the best. It's the Rose Water Hydrating Face Mist. Ugh, it feels so good. And I'm just gonna go ahead and press that into my face.